Hello, all. Welcome to the second episode of Watercolor with Subnu. Here I am going to do a watercolor in Kerala mural style. A 5 by 5 feet Kerala mural painting was the first painting that I have ever made. Yes, I was naive and thought that I could do it easy peasy. But fact is, I had zero idea on how it's done. And I was good at freehand drawing, so the drawing turned out quite okay. When I started painting, hell broke loose. It was patchy and just not how it was supposed to be. That's when a very close relative of mine and an excellent artist, Mrs. Ganga Srinivasan, visited my house and asked me to paint back the colors to white completely. She then showed me how it is done from scratch. They started my journey into Kerala mural. On a side note, I finished that painting in 2 years, by the way. So coming back from that background information, let's look at what I am doing here. Traditionally done using natural pigments which are hand prepared, and even the ground is prepared by the artist. The artists these days use acrylic due to limitations. Instead of acrylic, I wanted to try doing watercolor on paper. I've seen a couple of watercolor paintings in mural style earlier, so thought I can do it as well. So I wanted to finish this on Ganesh Chaturthi day, so I didn't have much time in hand. So based this on an online image that I found. A reference painting courtesy Sri Raj VP. You can search for him on FB. I did this on an A4 paper. I didn't want to load it up with too much of detail, so stuck to only till the stomach area. Only 5 colors are traditionally used in this form of painting called Panchavarnam, where black, white, red, yellow and green. Of course, when you mix some of these colors, you'd get other colors. These are natural pigments. But in watercolor, I have used ivory black, crimson, yellow ochre and cadmium yellow, burnt sienna, sap green and in acrylic, titanium white. So here, after I completed the pencil drawing with a water soluble pencil, I did the entire drawing in burnt sienna. If you see, the ornament style is very unique and it reflects the Kerala culture. Any of the traditional Kerala art forms like Kathakali, Kuthu, Kudiyatam, etc., they also use similar ornaments. When you go by the correct technique, there are only certain ways eyes can be made, ears can be made, and certain colors can only be used for certain gods. As I was just drawing based on an existing drawing, I didn't have to worry much about doing something horribly wrong. Then I started with yellow ochre mixed with cadmium yellow. Ideally, the brush strokes are supposed to be very small strokes, almost like dots. But this was all about rule breaking. I did the usual watercolor way instead. The technique used here in watercolor is wet on dry, which is very much like any other style of painting where wet colors are used on a dry paper. So the paint does not give a typical watercolor feel to it, but it does look nice. The edges are supposed to be darker to give dimension to the painting. I used a mixture of yellow ochre and burnt sienna to get the tint. This portion was done on the Ganesh Chaturthi day as it was too late on the previous day. Somehow the hands came out a bit too tiny, thereby screwing up the proportions. And the face, as usual, I'm never happy till the end. The trunk is perhaps a little too thin, but well, it's watercolor, you have to deal with it. A mistake made is a mistake made. C'est la vie. A mixture of crimson and burnt sienna was used for the background. I gave a bit of dotty patches to give it a mural look. Your hands start paining after a while due to all the zero brush usage. The ornamental details are a bit too much. Even for the ornaments, only yellow is being used, but a slightly different shade by using different proportions of cadmium yellow and yellow ochre. For shadows of the crown, I used a bit of crimson, give it an orange feel. It is to be noted that the paint should be highly diluted and layers should be built to give it depth, else it would look flat. Here I have it done many layers on the ornaments since the size is really small. And that's the entry of Mr. Sap Green, which makes the painting much more dynamic. It's a light wash. Look at those flowers. Take any Kerala mural painting, this is a constant feature in them. A running border is also another constant feature, is made using sap green here. Finally, the black enters and the painting is now going to project itself up like never before. I initially started with a 00 brush, but then I was too lazy and time was running out, so I switched to thin permanent marker. Good that it was watercolor paper, so the marker was acting nice. Guru would say the black makes the painting pop out. It does indeed. The black little lines over ornaments in white is another feature only found in Kerala mural technique. Ah, the lovely long black hair, typical. Sapling and burnt sienna for the snake. Look at him, even he has a crown. We Keralites love them ornaments. Since it's watercolor and we can't do a white over black, I switched to acrylic white to make those flowers. And finally, the Kanna Thorakkal or opening of the eyes. Traditionally, it is done in the end since the eyes are the souls of a painting. Oops, I was over eager. I removed a patch of paper with the tape. I repainted that portion. And after 5 hours of sitting, I'm done. And hope you like it and hope you did learn something from this. Thank you and see you all soon on my next video.